So, as you may have heard, yesterday, July 22nd, Kris Tyson was accused of being a pedophile. Apparently, an anonymous user confirmed the allegations, stating that, well, actually, he did quite the opposite, but it was pretty clear that somebody had paid him off. Reason is because there's so much compelling evidence against Kris Tyson that there's just absolutely no way the law is telling the truth. After all of the evidence and backlash that Kris Tyson has gotten, he's actually officially decided to leave MrBeast completely. Just gone. Along with that news, also decides that it would be a good time to try and defend himself while also giving a shitty apology. Another interesting thing he's done is deleted all of his posts within the last month. But my question is, throughout all of this, why aren't we seeing more backlash like we did with Dr. Disrespect? Dr. Disrespect had no evidence whatsoever, but he was immediately dropped from his own personal business, the one that he ran his own studio in, the one that he recorded in, the one that he made videos and all of that. He was just dropped from on stream. All of his sponsorships are gone. 10 years down the line, he's done. His career is over. Do you want to know what people are doing to Kris Tyson? Nothing. Nothing's being done. There is proof of him meeting with a minor, talking to a minor inappropriately, saying "I love you" to that minor. Mind you, this minor was not even close to 18. He was 13 and Kris was 20. Kris is also talking about lolly, which is a corn that involves children and are grape. Kris Tyson, according to his old Reddit posts, enjoyed this thing. And on the screen, it's pretty obvious how much he enjoyed it. And he was very offensive with his words and very aggressive. Like, you could tell something is obviously not normal with Kris. A normal person doesn't say these type of things. If you guys remember, Jake the Viking left a couple years ago from the MrBeast team. He was not fired. He left. He didn't really publicly state his reasons, but the dude's just been chilling, streaming on Twitch. That's why he does that a lot. Uploads on Instagram. I think he's got a YouTube channel and he uploads on that too. I probably subscribe to it, I don't remember. But anyways, this guy hates Kris, obviously. He is not happy with Kris. And it seems like the Viking knew a long time ago that Kris was a pedophile before any of us knew this. Like 4 years ago, at least 4 or 5 years ago, he knew. Because he despises Kris. Like, even without the evidence, eventually his shit would come out from the Viking, it feels like, because this guy is just, he's one of the main sources of backlash right now. And I'm glad, because it means that somebody's taking a stand. Nobody's been doing anything. No one of the big celebrities are saying anything. Nobody that actually has some power besides just us normal people, that just live our daily lives, can do anything about it. You can't put this guy in jail. What are we going to do? I don't know. We have evidence this guy belongs in jail. There's no other way to put it. Kris, as you guys know, is transgender, like I just said. He came out a couple years ago. And he abandoned his family, and you could still see him on MrBeast, but not as much. It looked like he just left for a fetish, is what it looked like. Jake the Viking comes in with these allegations, right? Says Jimmy knew, apparently, that Kris was a pedophile and still decided to keep him. What does that have to say about Jimmy? I love Jimmy. I love his content. I love what he stands for. I've loved him for many, many years. But I do not respect Jimmy if he's going to keep a pedophile on the team. And even though Kris left, Jimmy still follows Kris on Twitter. Jimmy hasn't said anything about this either. Nothing. He hasn't said anything. And it really sucks because Jimmy's one of the good guys we thought, he is, but he's got to do something about this. His entire career could be over.